When I graduated from college at MSU, I went to work for Union Carbide in their research laboratories in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I later transferred to the crystal production facility. There one day, I get a request put on my desk for a piece of material. It was a special request from an individual called Dr. Ted Mayman in Hughes Research Laboratories. The request called for an ultra-high quality piece of ruby, approximately 1 centimeter in diameter by 2 centimeters long, with plain parallel ends, such that there was no defect between the surface that exceeded 1/millionth of an inch. After a few exploratories, I said, no, we can't do that, but we'll gladly furnish you the best piece of material that we can, which we did. This is a duplicate of the very first ruby laser rod. It was a very significant thing in the state of the art at the time. Dr. Mayman received the crystal and they sent it back to us saying, we can't polish this, do the best job you can. So the guy who ran the fabrication department picked it up by hand, polished it, and sent it back to him. He said, looks good to me. So, so anyway, they went back, and on May 18th, 1960, Dr. Mayman put it in his cavity as he had built and designed, and everybody had told him wouldn't work, and pushed the button, and lo and behold, he saw a little ray of light come out. The next day, the Los Angeles Times picked it up, and the death ray was announced. It spread throughout, and by the time 3 or 4 years were into the picture, there were thousands of people working on various aspects of lasers. In 1989, it ended up being set up as Scientific Materials in Bozeman. And the idea of the thing was to grow very high quality laser materials for meeting the requirements of highly sophisticated laser systems. Dr. Rufus had a program that he'd been working on for several years in basic research in materials. The thing that Dr. Cohn was doing exactly matched the requirements that we had for technology to add to what we were doing. He had the analytical systems in his lab to tell us what our crystals were structured like. Okay, and in reality, he had the world's state-of-the-art laboratory for it. And it provided a on-site working with the students, because the students were allowed access to the facility. It wasn't, it was open to them. And it set up a very good working system for the university. And in a matter of about 4 or 5 years, it became the largest university's industrial support system that was there. A lot of the people learned that industry isn't bad. More importantly, the industrial people learned that university people aren't bad. And so, it had the terms and conditions to make things, workable. Bozeman is a unique location for it. It works well. It's kind of led to the whole adventure, and it has been an adventure.
This is now 1979 in Bozeman. We're here visiting, and we're looking for a place to put our small company. And I've always been interested in the Rocky Mountain region. I always felt that's where I belong, whether it's in New Mexico or all the way into Canada. So at the time, we're now in Albuquerque with a small crew of 5 employees, and my dream was to move to one place that I wanted to. Up to now, I've had employment, and I had to simply go where the employment was offered. And so I saw an opportunity to define where I would live. And I didn't know exactly where it would be, but I knew it would be in the Rocky Mountains. As a small company grew and we now had 5 employees, I asked each one of them if they would move when they were offered employment. And every one of them said yes, and we selected Missoula. And Missoula because my engineer had been to MSU, went through the engineering program here, and wanted to explore another place. A few months went by, and we decided to go back to Missoula to check it out and to make sure we had made the right decision. And we happened to be there at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. There was pollution, there was traffic, and we decided maybe we should take another look at Bozeman. We ended up deciding that Bozeman would be the place because of the environment. Another criteria was the university. The community had to have a university. As we proceeded to manufacture our instruments, we had a need to do some R&D, and we needed some help, technical help from students, and we were fortunate to have contact within MSU that put us in contact with a couple of very qualified graduate students in physics. We hired them part-time, and the working arrangement was very, very successful in providing us with some very important information that we needed for our development of the instruments that we were manufacturing. I think people are drawn to Bozeman, first of all, because of the environment. People are here because they've made a choice, and that certainly shows. You feel it. It has everything that I need, machine shops, engineering help, technicians for fabrication, consulting help. So I was able to start again because of the resources that the community offers. And that also includes, in a very important way, the university. Over the years, after I've sold Orionics in 1985, I've decided to retire. And I had the opportunity at that time, the privilege, to be able to go anywhere. And I did try. But somehow I always gravitated back to Bozeman because I could never find anything that came close to what's offered here.